Welcome back to Fire Emblem Echoes. We now just have Zeke's crying face in the
I don't
corner.
believe it. That last quake cleared out some of the rocks. The road's passable again.
Well, that's nice.
What a stroke of serendipity.
Yep, complete
Come now,
coincidence.
let's hurry
And
across
not the
before
fact
next
that
train
Celica
hits.
just sacrificed herself miles away.
Is something the matter?
No, I mean, it's just... It feels strange is all. A little too convenient.
It feels like
almost like I
Richard
can feel
Epcar's
someone's
giggling at me
intent
right
behind it.
now.
An intentional rock slide? Really, you worry too much.
Okay, but that's the second one that's happened this game, though. No rock slide has occurred naturally.
I don't like this at all. I hope you're alright, Celica.
I don't like this. I'm not getting attacked by dragons anymore, and that's nice. But other than that, this sucks.
I was actually starting to like the dragon attacks.
Alright, so, Rigel Falls battle. It's not dragons anymore, but it is a kinda tough fight. I don't think this one's as bad as Celica's Citadel fight, but if we look over the map, we've got a pretty tough formation. And not only that, we have multiple ways to split the group. Now, you can let this group attack you if you want. You can focus all on the left side and just let them approach. Because we've already got a team in the top right dividing our attention. And bridge guys are also pretty tough. Meanwhile, we've got Hestia here, who's our other boss witch that we've seen so far. And then here's just some old man. And here's Magnus, who... This guy looks like a boss we fought before, which would have happened a lot more if we were playing Gaiden, but that doesn't happen too frequently, so it must be on purpose here. Clearly Magnus is the brother of... Oh god, what was that other guy? Lawson? I think it was Lawson.
I don't remember.
Alright, so like I said, if you want, you can let this group approach. That might not be a bad idea if you're able to control them pretty well, but I'd prefer to just head them off at the bridge. Zeke and Co will have to catch up later, but I don't want 2 gold knights and some bow knights approaching me. I'm quite against that.
I mean, nothing in this map can be that difficult. It's called Rigel Falls. We know Rigel is going to lose.
That's not supposed to happen for 2 more maps. Mage is probably the worst guy here just because he does magic, but there's only one of them, so if you can tank it, it's fine. Maybe I should have sent Gray this way, but Zeke's doing well enough. And this guy attacked Tobin for some reason, which is a bad idea, clearly. Really not landing those crits, though. Okay, there we go, good crit. Alright, so... It would be... good double crit. It would be nice if I had little more magic options on Tatiana.
Goddamn great.
Who I keep...
Goddamn great!
He will not stop! Who I keep wanting to call Titania, but that's a different character. That's a different game entirely. But yeah, it would be nice if I could heal a group. Distance healing in general, though, very good. And at the moment, I don't think I could heal both groups at the same time. Even if I did have that spell. If I had Fortify, I could do a little better, but... Yeah, this is stretched a bit too thin for that, so...
This staircase is just, like, enchanted with plus crit. Oh my god! Finally!
Didn't crit.
An attack on this side of the field that isn't a crit. What was happening over here?
I think you're right, it's just the stairs. They're lucky stairs. I mean, like, Gray's got a 40% crit chance, but, like, that's not even a coin flip. That's under a coin flip.
The odds are not in his favor.
Oh, and Cliff got Aura. Very nice. Very strong spell. Did I say that was female only? Because I guess it's not. It's sometimes female only. That's one of the ones where it's kind of hard to keep track. In the first game, of course, it is female only, because it's kind of Linday's signature spell. Yeah, at this point I can back off while using Tatiana. That way I can maybe heal somebody on the left side, because they might need it as we approach the bridge. And over here, OG Deliverance and the DLC characters are just gonna try to lure away the Bow Knights. Wow, that was just about one of the worst characters you could have done that to. There comes gargoyles. There are gargoyles. So yeah, like I said, decently tough formation, mainly centered around the bridge. Otherwise, it's just the usual enemy summons as difficulty. Which, so far, not too bad, though. The gargoyles will slow my approach on that side. Double lion. Double lion can't be beat. Oh, I really wish this Gold Knight weren't so strong. Please, I want the rest of the characters to go to the other side, but no.
How long have Tobin's arrows just been exploding like that?
Ever since he got the divine bow, or whatever that one's called.
Okay.
The fancy monster killer bow.
It's not enchanted, we just tip the arrows with explosives. That's as anti-monster as anything else.
It's also anti-human as well. I don't know why it doesn't just do bonus damage against everyone. Hey, great, check this out! I figured out how to make this thing called a grenade, and I'm just launching them. I mean, like... the animation plays no matter who you're attacking, so yeah, like... how is Holy Fire not doing more damage to a human being? I refuse to believe that it wouldn't.
Tobin just started lighting his arrows on fire, and everyone's like, oh wow, great great anti-monster maneuver there. It's like, what are you talking about? This is an anti-everyone maneuver.
Why isn't this just working on everyone?
It just reminds me of, like, in the first two parts of JoJo, every once in a while a character will go underwater and they're like, no breathing means no homo, and they're screwed. It's just like, okay, but no breathing also means no breathing.
Mm-hmm. Why did you attack Python? Yeah, that...
Python insulted his mother.
It came up multiple times in Dogs Must Die, but just like, aha, attacking the throat, the weakness of hormone users. And it's like, no, that's me too. I can't use sunlight martial arts, but if you punched me in the throat, I would go down too. That's also my weak point.
It just has that energy of, like, a vampire is going like, I could kill you. Like, yeah, so can anyone else. So you're a particularly determined duck, you're not special.
Or just the other way around of just like, alright, this vampire can die from a stake to the heart, yeah, yep. Alright, vampire weakness, decapitation, that's a human weakness too.
I mean, the implication has always been like, well, other things that would normally kill a human wouldn't kill a vampire, but like we're slowly running out of things that applies to. Like, I guess you could hit a vampire with a truck and they'd be fine. But it is a funny image to just picture Dracula getting hit by, like, an 18-wheeler truck.
Why isn't that a thing in a Castlevania game, though? You should be able to summon a vehicle in one of those games. That's absolutely in the spirit of Castlevania.
Appreciate it.
Hello, Silk.
Faye? I thought you'd never speak to me again.
It's been months!
Well,
We've been B-ranked for so long.
I realized I
I kinda miss your company. I guess I needed a friend after all.
That's what my therapist says
Sorry I was so
anyway.
rude.
Oh, it's all right. It's just nice to feel missed. And now we can finally talk.
Do we have to go that far?
You're a good person, Silk. Even if your tongue does like to wag.
Oh, how I want to
I'm
cut it
still
out,
not
but
one
I
to gossip.
won't. On
But
account
I
of
would
our
like to know more
friendship.
about you. Maybe we can talk again soon?
That would be lovely.
Alright, Faye has made a friend,
They
finally.
didn't even talk, they just talked about talking.
It's still better than Faye normally does. This is upwards.
It's like in the old days when you find a blog and all the posts are just apologizing for not making more posts. Stop apologizing! Just make the posts.
But it is content. My content is apologizing.
I heard that YouTuber apologies are doing well, so I decided to capitalize on that.
I do nothing but apologize. Ironically, I really don't have anything to apologize for, though. Actually, in my off hours, I kinda just help local charities. I do not, in fact, have any heated gamer moments.
This is such a weird fucking guy we've invented. A guy just addicted to apologizing but never has any reason to apologize.
Make up a guy who's only somewhat weird. Okay, what were you even doing?
I'm
You didn't
lost!
attack anyone!
She's trying to get out on these stairs.
Alright, my crit rate will go through the- Oh god! Oh god, fire, my weakness! There we go, now I can heal Zeke. Tatiana, heal your boyfriend. Alright, so anyway, fighting the Bridge Brigade is probably the riskiest thing you can do. Just because there's a lot of them. Now, you can cross this river. The enemy can too, but nobody can cross it particularly well. Meanwhile, hit rate's terrible on this one, but I would like to remove your ability to summon, maybe, hopefully. Alright, I want to see this witch also do nothing with her turn. And thankfully that guy didn't actually die, because that means these guys waste their turn. And look, nobody died, but like, Delphia didn't die either, and that's overall a positive. Okay, why are you attacking Luthier, though?
They just don't like the look of him.
That guy's a nerd, get his ass!
Oh god.
So, yeah, Bridge Brigade should mostly be fine. Progress here goes slowly, but at least he's not summoning. Can't quite get to him, unfortunately.
You're just experienced farming so you can finally upgrade Python, right?
Ah yes, farming, that thing I definitely do on purpose. And don't find incredibly boring and unnecessary. If only Alm were here so he could just double lion somebody, but alas, I sent him with group 1 so he could double lion over there. Alm is, in a way, just a Jigen for this group. Or just the very powerful anime character, just... If he's in the fight, he's going to win. He just has to be there first. Very close up on Luthier right there. Man, summoned witches just aren't good anymore, though. I am less terrified of summoned witches now, because they just do not do damage.
They still trigger my flight or fight response, but
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
they're also not as big of a problem.
When they teleport, I still wince, but like, it never leads to anything anymore. I don't worry about Alm just getting absolutely flattened by witches this time around.
So I was going to mention, when the rivers came up earlier, that is also a thing that happens a lot in Advance Wars, where, like, rivers will block everything except planes and infantry, so they're pretty safe. But you don't want to rely on it, because if your opponents can sneak a mech over a river, they can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's over for you, ho.
And it's made me realize this LP has gone on long enough that Reboot Camp has been, cancelled and brought back within the span of this LP. Finally, some tactical thought. Oh, never mind, that wasn't that much damage.
Yeah, that was her best option, and even that sucks. Oh wow, hit rate's garbage here. Still got her, though.
Wait, why didn't that set the forest aflame?
It's a holy arrow, so it respects nature.
Zeke, my love.
These two just run up and hug each other, and the witch is just like, okay, but aren't we fighting, though?
It grieves me to see you take up arms and put yourself in danger.
Don't say that. This way, we can be together. I'd rather stand with you than cower at home wondering if you'll even return.
As I with you.
Promise me, Zeke. Promise that we'll always be together.
I swear it. On this and every battlefield, I will be at your side, keeping you from harm.
Good.
So this is a trope you normally don't like, right?
I dig it.
Where the guy says, don't fight.
Like, he's worried, but, like, he doesn't really push when she says, like, no, I want to fight with you.
It is better when they emphasize, like, this is about, like, I'm worried about you getting hurt, rather than me just trying to enforce gender norms.
Yeah, he doesn't think her weak, he's just, you know, worried. And that's fair. They can worry about each other. But anyway, that was their C-rank conversation, so, honestly, that's, pretty clean. Pretty simple, can't see how they would add on that. Alright, so this is the point at which I want to kill these witches, but like, if I go any farther, then people are going to aggro on me. So I'm just gonna block the exit. Ta and da. Alright, everybody line up. We're teleporting you across the river.
Gotta get the horses across.
Luthier's here with a bottle of water for Silk. Okay, why though?
I mean, she's an agent of Duma, she's targeting the agent of Milla.
Tatiana lives in Rigel though.
Actually, yeah. Okay, but on second...
You're not worshipping Duma correctly!
I was about to say, on second thought, that also makes sense.
Really would have preferred some skill there. What with the not being able to hit anyone thing.
Why do you refuse Duma's truth? It is incomprehensible.
What the fuck? Why don't you like God? Oh god, my face! Not falling for that twice. Okay, well, most notable witches are out in the open. So, here we go stabbing again. And by this point, I've just established that, like, they don't have a viable target anymore. Like, they can do decent damage against Faye, cause, like, for a Pegasus Knight, she's got pretty low resistance, but, like, that's it. They have 7 damage against her. Wow, amazing.
Oh, Clive, my heart sings for you. La 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 la.
Pretty weak-ass song.
Can you tell Thea? But perhaps you might tell me about your brother. I find Luthier to be a singularly unique individual.
Hey, was that a nice thing somebody said about me? So I kind of wish that, like, Claire and Luthier actually had a support conversation, given how this conversation goes.
Whatever. Surely he cannot be as bad as whatever you were trying to say. He's a knowledgeable and gifted mage from what I hear.
Oh, sure, but the rest of him is a total disaster. No tact, no friends, no sense of what's going on in the world.
Well, he is blessed in the sense that he's not a total creep. He's just a weirdo.
Normal brother.
He's just a shut-in nerd. Anyway, thank you, Range Up. I will... I guess not obliterate a witch. Or maybe I will. On second thought, perish. And see, Luthier's being nice. He's giving the mage a bottle of water. Alright, so, any of you want to even try doing anything good? I mean, the boss can attack me pretty well. That's it, that's the best I got. Alright, well, see how you like it then. Alright, well, this is a lot less terrifying than the other boss we had to fight, the other witch boss. Marl being able to move was horrifying. However, you have moved off your safe space, so, you no longer have the benefit of oranges. Eat this. Or those apples. I thought I saw a green one.
Your oranges and 1 lime.
And there goes the other witch. Alright, well, now to just figure out who to kill this man with.
Actually, I think those are apples. I guess the oranges are a Zophian thing. Up here in the north, we grow apples instead.
We've got apples and we've got grapes. There you go. Oh, I could just attack you from here, huh? If I wanted to, I could just shoot fire at you.
Would you happen to know why the long healing, or the long range healing spell is called Physic?
I don't know.
Because that's
always been a weird one.
It's not a thing. You can't have a singular Physic. Like, I don't even know what it's supposed to be.
Honor demands I allow you to pass no further.
Apparently in Japanese it's called reblow, which, probably for the best they changed that one. What's the etymology on this? Oh, okay, so a physic is a medicine or drug, especially a cathartic or a purgative. It is also the profession of healing a disease. I have never heard that before in my life.
Okay, I guess this is like the old-timey word for physician. Half the fucking words you said in that sentence, I don't know what that means. What is a cathartic? That's an adjective.
Makes you feel better.
What the hell else did you say? Like a furgative?
Yeah, purgative.
Purgative. Okay, I can guess what that means, but like...
But why does that mean long-ranged healing, though? That's the real mystery.
Like, why bust it out here? Like, for some reason, the misreading of psychic I wouldn't question. Because, like, it's long range, like psychokinetic powers let you move things without touching them. For some reason, my brain wouldn't question psychic, which is probably why most people read it as psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm going to try and figure out what Reblow is all about.
I am bested. You fight well.
Damn, nice job. You shot me from behind that container of apples. Thought I was safe.
Hey, I think I got the hang of this.
Ah, damn, I got his purse. His double plus purse. It's like a normal coin purse, but even better.
See now who you trifle with?
God, you've all killed so many people. Alright, so that's it for the main map of the day. However, we actually have one more thing to cover here. So... Oh, dragons are back. If we go right from this spot, there's actually a secret spot on the map. So this is Secret Shrine. This is a very small dungeon. So I didn't make it its own video because it would have been very short. Secret Shrine is probably the closest thing to a classic dungeon.
What a strange place this is. A secret shrine, closed off and hidden away from the eyes of man.
But now I can see it.
How was it made? And to what end?
Who put this here? Why? I don't get it. Alright, anyway though, yeah, like, it's very basic, it's just, like, one real big room, and that's it. And it's also just a cave. Nothing too fancy with its assets.
Our enemies have become predictable.
But I have become no more lucky.
Alright, so like the main thing about the Secret Shrine is there are more enemies with status effect moves here, so expect to see some paralysis or maybe some poison, but other than that, I showed you pretty much the most common setup of enemies. They're very small groups, so as long as you first strike them, you can usually do a lot of damage in a single round. In the center we've got a fountain, but first let's just kill this man so he doesn't interrupt me. Anybody else? Yes? No? Cool. Good. Water defense, very helpful. So Yuzu could use a little more defense because sometimes she stabs things. And Python sometimes gets punched in the face, and since he can't counter, I decided I'll give him something to die less. Okay, I said it's a big square. Not a square. It's a weird shape, but you get the point. It is a single room.
I'm having no luck on figuring out what Reblow is all about.
When I found Zeke on the beach and saw his wounds, I thought him done for. But I cared for him anyway, because I wanted him to live. When he finally opened his eyes, I was filled with elation.
Cause god damn he was hot.
For him. And eventually, we started taking walks together. Then I realized how happy I was spending time with him, and fell in love. Zeke calls himself half a man because of the past he's lost. But that half is all I will ever need.
Fuck the other half.
I really hope the original half doesn't come back.
I'd hate it if that happened. Oh. Oh, great, the convoy's full. Well, I mean, we have so many items. What if we just got rid of a different mana herb for this new mana herb? Oh, and Duma Moss. I need some of that to make other stuff, but, instead of just throwing something away, why don't we just, I don't know, eat something? Lucas, eat this orange. You don't need to, but eat it anyway. Like to think Alm was reaching for that orange, and then Lucas just grabbed it from him. No, Alm. You're stronger than this. Alright, and here's Duma Moss. So, if I wanted to go back to that one guy who needed Duma Moss for ambrosia or whatever, I've got that now. I will not return to that man because there's a dragon in the way, and I don't feel like fighting that dragon. Not in the mood. Alright, here's a gold coin. And what do you got? Nectar! Alright, cool. Now I've got to drink something else. No, Alm, you don't get to eat the orange.
Hey, I'm not picky.
Python's gonna eat all the oranges so you don't get them. Why does that nectar bottle have such a weird face on it? Alright, and of course this is a gold fountain, so this is for reviving characters if you need to. I don't, of course. It is weird that they didn't repurpose these for casual mode. Like, give them some other ability, but whatever. They had that idea from Gaiden, they didn't really bother doing much with it, so shrug. It is the same as it ever was, and I don't need it.
Easy pickings. Delphia, guess what?
What?
I finally made a friend. And it's Alm. I asked him if we were friends, and he definitely nodded.
I love how excited he is about this whole thing.
Answer that with a no, but, good for you, I guess?
Isn't it? Now, perhaps you'll finally let me set you on the right path.
Alright, now that I have one friend, please have morals.
My advice to you. Try starting a new conversation, where the goal isn't to make the other person think just like you do. You'll make way more friends that way. Trust me on this one. I mean, I'd actually like to get to know you, but you make it so damn hard.
Delphia, language.
See. But in that case, what else is there to talk about?
What else? Are you serious right now? Look, am I your adorable and magically omnipotent little sister or not?
I don't know if I'd say omnipotent.
Okay, but like, what do people talk about, though?
Thank you. See, that's called a compliment. Now do more of that. Lay it on thick. Tell me I'm freaking amazing.
Is this truly how normal people converse?
Me at neurotypical people. Alright, now here's this conversation, which is basically the Lucas-Clive conversation, but actually good.
Now, Lucas.
I waded through poison to get to you.
Waded through poison, you are poisons.
Juicy? I fear you're going to leave this conversation sorely disappointed.
I'll admit, the mention of her doesn't quite seem to fire your loins.
Please stop talking about my loins, Python.
Don't you love her?
Fire my... Honestly, Python, I'm not certain if I love her or not. Since being parted from her, I feel no particular longing to see her again. I sometimes wonder if a vital part of me is broken. I look at Clive and Matilda and see... Well, you used the word fire.
I would have just said horny.
You used the word fire. I will not use the other words that you
Don't
used.
worry, you're still young. The one true love thing isn't for everyone. Certainly not for me.
So anyway, this is why I like this conversation more, because it's Lucas going, I'm not really into this lady. Is there something wrong? Nah, you're just ace.
Me, Clive and Matilda are the weird ones.
You're probably asexual and aromantic.
Rainbows shooting
Me,
from their
I'm just
eyes.
aromantic. I do absolutely fuck.
Someday you might decide you miss your lady, but take it at your own pace.
I believe the kids call it living your own truth.
That's surprisingly sound advice.
And if she falls into the arms of another man before you come around, so be it.
I'll be here to cheer you up.
And also, if you're not asexual, well, guess what? I'm still here for that too.
I don't doubt I would be in good hands.
Yes, that one's just way better. Lucas also sounds happier with the result. It's less him just going, alright, well, I'm resigned now. It's just, oh, yeah, you know what, you're right. Maybe I'm on into her, and maybe that's just life.
I think they may have done a little too good of a job of making Clive be, like, hapless and a little bad at his job.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Clive. You'll be the last of the rich we eat, but we will eat you eventually.
Unless you start ditching your money and fast.
Yes, allow me.
To take his money?
Zeke?
Ah, Tatiana. What is it, my sweet?
Well, it's just... You were staring off into space, my love.
Ah, perhaps I was. The ringing of swords in battle calls up strange images in my mind. I see wars I can't possibly have waged. A past I cannot remember living.
Shit.
I remember making many bad decisions.
So many bad decisions, it's weird. Remembering a real dipshit king, and I don't mean our dipshit king, a completely different dipshit king.
Oh god, a king dumber than Emperor Rudolph?
Maybe not dumber, just a different kind of dumb. More the spineless kind.
Alright, so yeah, that secret shrine. I did a whole lot of fights, and they were all more or less the same, and you would have seen so fewer of them, except I also had a bunch of supports as well. Alright, and that's it for this episode. Next time, we encounter a familiar face at Rigel's Bastion.